Hello and welcome to Contrary Sims. This is the first of a series of Sims Freeplay tutorial videos that I am making especially for new Simmers who have just started playing the game. So I went ahead and actually started a brand new game to test out some tips and tricks to show you. In particular, I want to show you a way to make millions of simoleons very quickly, start to build up your town, and also get yourself a nicely stocked inventory full of high quality and rare furniture. This really only works right at the beginning of the game, or if you're prepared to completely demolish your town. One of my viewers, Random Video Clips, explained the steps for this really well in a comment. You need to sell all but one house. Actually, I've found that you can have two. You then can buy the Japanese retreat for 9,000 simoleons, and if you sell everything on the lot, including the rooms, you will turn a hefty profit. Let me go ahead and demonstrate, but first a word of warning. This trick isn't without consequences. What you will be doing here is making money selling off more than you spend, and if you do this over and over, it will eventually reduce your town value to nothing. This will mean that you get no daily reward. Your town value and therefore your daily reward will start to creep back up again once you go ahead and start spending the money you've made, but just be aware that if you do use this trick, your town value will probably always be a little lower than other players who have built their towns to a similar level as yours. Also, because you can only have a couple of houses in your town, you will be severely limiting how many Sims you can have, and I really do recommend quickly getting to a point where you can have at least 13 Sims to have a chance to complete limited time events. So first you will need to have earned yourself 9,000 simoleons before you can build your first Japanese retreat. I did that very easily within a couple of days by using my usual money-making tricks of gardening and cooking. I explain how this works in another video, which I will link in the description if you haven't seen that already. So I have already done this quite a few times, and I have over 900,000 simoleons stocked up. You can see that I have 2 houses already built, and I've moved 4 Sims into each, so I have 8 Sims working away while I'm doing this. Building the Japanese retreat on your second or third lot will cost you 9,000 simoleons. As you begin to build more homes, the prices and build times for each house will increase. So here I have one Japanese retreat already built and ready to go, so I'll tap on this blinking icon and scroll over to View House. Here is the Japanese retreat. It's one of the nicer of the pre-built templates, I think, and it has some very nice organic looking oriental furniture. But never mind, we're going to tear the whole thing down. I'm just going to go ahead and sell off each item individually. You can see that some of these items are selling for a lot of simoleons, even the windows are 550 each, and there are couches in here that go for 1,000 and over 4,000 a piece. But these are the really big ticket items. Both of these outdoor fountains sell for 5,000 simoleons each, so don't forget to sell those as well. I've gone ahead and sold everything on the lot, including every individual tree and flower outside, and all of the doors and windows. And if you check the top left corner, you can see my simoleon count has gone up significantly. So tap on the room tab in the home store, and go ahead and tap in the middle of each room to sell it. And there you go, my simoleon count just broke 1 million. The profit from just this house was over 60,000 simoleons. Not too shabby. Now I can head back out to the map, and if I tap on the house icon again, I can choose to demolish the house, which will clear up the lot for me to build the Japanese retreat and do it all over again. Now this time I'm going to do it a little differently. As LishWS pointed out in a comment, if you choose not to sell off every item, you can score a lot of really nice 3-star items right at the beginning of the game and keep them in your inventory for later. This is a great idea because the 3-star items will allow you to finish tasks more quickly than a 1-star item would, which will really help you out during time-limited quests. First, I'm going to make sure I grab those expensive fountains and put them into my inventory using that little satchel tag so I don't accidentally demolish the house with them still there. Now I'm going to sell the rooms with the furniture still in them, which will automatically send everything safely to my inventory. So the profit for selling only the rooms and keeping the furniture is about 24,000 simoleons, less than half of the first method's profits, but still not too bad at all. Once again, I will demolish the house and free up the lot to start over. But now the question is, what do I spend all of this not so hard-earned cash on? Remember I told you that this was damaging my town value, so I do want to keep spending money to get that going back up. You gotta spend money to make money in this game. Now that I have $1 million, instead of another Japanese retreat, I'm going to build an architect home. Architect homes are incredibly expensive, but trust me, the nearly $1 million price tag on this architect home is nothing compared to what I have to pay in my main game with all the lots built up. Try multiplying the prices by at least 20 and you might come close. So now at the beginning of the game, when the prices are lower, is your opportunity to build them and get yourself some really beautiful and rare furniture. In the preview mode for this house, I can see that there is a lot of furniture in here that came from limited time quests. There's a lot of the items from the French chateau in particular. That coffee table was an online store exclusive as well, so you could only get it for real money. You can get a lot of goodies like this from the architect homes. Also, this place is 5 stories high, and I haven't even done any of the building quests in this game yet, so I'm absolutely going to build this one. While I wait for that to finish, I also have a public building that's ready to finish here. I've just finished building the salon. You can have one home lot and one public lot building at the same time, but not 2 of the same type at a time. Once I tap this icon to confirm the finished build, I receive all the new Creator Sim items unlocked in the salon, and my town value has increased, so I've already begun to build that back up again, which is great. I still have a lot of other public buildings and workplaces to build, but I'm going to build the Promotions R Us store here because the items there will help me to level up my Sims at their careers once I've built the workplaces. I would definitely recommend using your money from this trick to build up your public buildings because the cost and time of building them rises independently from that of your home lots, so you can continue building your Japanese retreats at the low cost while getting all of your workplaces and stores built. And now that architect home has finished building, and once again my town value is continuing to climb. So just like with the Japanese retreat, I'm going to get in here and sell off the rooms and send all this beautiful furniture to my inventory. Now, because I haven't done the multi-story, balcony, or basement quests, there are certain parts of the house that I can't edit or delete, so they just have to stay as they are, and I can pick up each item to sell or store them individually if I want to. I can also add onto what remains of this 5-story architect home as I please. I'll give you a little peek at my inventory. I've done this a few times over now, building the Japanese retreats and the architect homes, and I now have an inventory full of lots of amazing limited time furniture. There are even some things in here that I don't have in my regular game. I'm actually going to leave this house here and not demolish it. As I mentioned, I do want to get more Sims moved in so I can do limited time events when they turn up, plus I'm happy to keep that 5-story house there ready to build on. I'm going to start building on a 4th house lot instead, and you can see that the Japanese retreat will now take 1 hour and cost 19,000 Simoleons to build instead of the previous 9,000. But we know that we can sell everything for over 70,000 Simoleons, so it will still be very profitable even if it takes a little bit longer than before. Well, as always, thank you for watching. I hope these tips help you get a head start building your town. This isn't necessarily the most sustainable way to make money indefinitely, since it only works when you have very few houses and it reduces your town value, so I do recommend that you check out my other video on making currency without any cheats or hacks. Comment below if you have any questions, subscribe if you're interested in future tutorials for the Sims Freeplay, and have an awesome day. Bye for now!